Nestled within the desolate moors of Blackthorn Hollow, a forsaken lighthouse stood like a sentinel of the macabre, casting its eerie glow across the tumultuous sea. Locals whispered of the tragic tale that haunted Beacon's End, a tale of a spectral lightkeeper and a curse that bound him to the lighthouse. Intrigued by the supernatural enigma, paranormal investigator Dr. Eleanor Harrow gathered a team of seasoned experts to unravel the mysteries cloaked in the shadows of Blackthorn Hollow. As night descended, shrouding the landscape in an impenetrable darkness, the investigators approached Beacon's End. The lighthouse rose like a spectral monolith against the moonless sky, its time-worn bricks telling a story of neglect and despair. The air, thick with salt and foreboding, echoed with the mournful cries of distant seabirds. Upon crossing the threshold, a bone-chilling gust of wind extinguished their lanterns, plunging the lighthouse into impenetrable darkness. The creaking of the staircase beneath their feet harmonized with the distant howls of the wind, setting an unsettling symphony that resonated through the hollow tower. Faint whispers, carried by the sea breeze, danced through the air, recounting tales of shipwrecks, lost souls, and the tormented lightkeeper. The team ascended the winding staircase, their flashlights revealing the lighthouse's interior, adorned with decaying nautical artifacts and forgotten relics. Paintings on the walls depicted the lightkeeper, his eyes hollow and haunted, surrounded by the ghosts of mariners lost at sea. The air grew colder with each step, and the oppressive weight of a malevolent presence pressed upon the investigators. Reaching the pinnacle, the team encountered the ancient lantern room, its glass panes rattling with an otherworldly resonance. The room pulsed with an ethereal light, casting grotesque shadows that danced upon the walls. The investigators, drawn to the lantern's glow, felt the temperature plummet as an otherworldly fog materialized, concealing the room in an abyssal mist. As the investigators strained to peer through the fog, the ghostly figure of the lightkeeper materialized, his spectral visage contorted with anguish. In a spectral whisper, he revealed the curse that bound him to Beacon's End, a curse born from a forbidden pact made to save his dying wife, but at the cost of his eternal soul. The investigators, compelled by a relentless determination, sought to break the curse. Guided by cryptic symbols etched on the lantern room's walls, they performed a ritual that beckoned the spirit to the edge of the abyss. The air crackled with energy as the room trembled, and the very fabric of the curse began to unravel. Suddenly, the lantern's light flickered violently, casting shadows that seemed to reach out with skeletal fingers. The wailing wind outside crescendoed into a cacophony, echoing the agonized cries of the lightkeeper. In a blinding flash, the curse shattered, and the investigators found themselves standing in a darkened, silent lantern room. The lighthouse, once a beacon of doom, now stood in stoic silence. The investigators, drained yet triumphant, descended the staircase as an unnatural calm settled over Beacon's End. The sea, once turbulent, mirrored the stillness within the lighthouse, and the distant cries of seabirds were replaced by an unsettling quiet. As the investigators exited Beacon's End, the lighthouse cast its light across the now tranquil sea. Yet, a lingering unease whispered through the hollow, as if the abyss that bound the lightkeeper still echoed within the shadows of Blackthorn Hollow. The investigators, forever marked by the haunting ordeal, departed with a chilling awareness that the sea held secrets darker than the abyss that now lay dormant within the forsaken lighthouse. In the heart of the forgotten village of Eldritch Vale, where gnarled trees twisted toward the moonlit sky, stood a mansion veiled in the shadows of a dark curse. Locals spoke in hushed tones of the enigmatic Thorn family, whose tragic fate intertwined with a cursed mirror that hung in the mansion's grand foyer. This mirror, with its ornate frame and age-worn glass, held an eerie allure that beckoned those who dared to gaze upon it into the depths of their own fears. Eager to unravel the mystery shrouding Eldritch Vale, investigative journalist Olivia Sinclair assembled a team of paranormal experts. Each member brought unique skills to the table, united by a shared determination to expose the truth hidden within the mansion's walls. They arrived on a moonless night, the air heavy with the scent of ancient magic and foreboding. The mansion, named Shadowmere Manor, stood in solemn isolation. Its Gothic architecture spoke of bygone elegance, now tarnished by the malevolent force that lingered within. As the team crossed the threshold, the temperature plummeted, and an unsettling stillness settled upon the air. Dust motes danced in the moonlight, filtering through cracked windows, casting an ethereal glow on the worn carpets lining the grand hallways. The investigators ventured deeper into the mansion, their footsteps echoing like whispers against the faded wallpaper. Portraits adorned the walls, capturing the Thorne family in moments of joy that now seemed frozen in time. An oppressive weight hung in the air, and the distinct scent of lilacs, the family's favorite flower, wafted through the corridors like a phantom presence. In the grand foyer, the cursed mirror awaited, its reflective surface obscured by a veil of supernatural fog. As the investigators approached, the mirror seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Whispers, barely audible, echoed in the chamber, speaking of regrets, lost love, and the curse that bound the Thorne family to the mansion. Drawn to the mirror like moths to a flame, the investigators peered into its depths. The reflections twisted and contorted, revealing distorted visions of their own fears and nightmares. A spectral figure materialized within the mirror, its eyes conveying a deep sorrow that resonated with the investigators' own hidden pain. Suddenly, the mirror's surface shattered, unleashing a surge of dark energy that enveloped the team. They found themselves transported to a different time, witnessing the tragic events that led to the Thorne family's downfall. Betrayals, forbidden rituals, and a pact with a malevolent entity unfolded before their eyes, each revelation intensifying the grip of the curse. Desperate to break the spell, the investigators retraced the steps of the Thorne family, navigating secret passages and hidden chambers within Shadowmere Manor. They uncovered a hidden diary, chronicling the family's descent into darkness and the curse that bound them to the mirror. Armed with newfound knowledge, the investigators returned to the shattered mirror. Reciting an incantation from the ancient diary, they sought to sever the ties that bound the Thorne family to their spectral prison. As the incantation echoed through the mansion, the air crackled with magical energy, and the temperature plummeted to an icy chill. With a blinding flash, the curse lifted, and the investigators found themselves back in the grand foyer. The cursed mirror, now shattered and dormant, no longer pulsed with malevolence. Eldritch Vale, bathed in the moonlight's glow, seemed to exhale a sigh of relief. Yet, as the investigators turned to leave, a haunting whisper lingered in the air, a reminder that the supernatural forces within Eldritch Vale were merely dormant, waiting for the next unwitting soul to unlock the secrets that echoed through the halls of Shadowmere Manor. The village, though temporarily freed from its spectral shackles, remained a place where the boundary between the living and the supernatural blurred, leaving an indelible mark on the investigators' memories. The moon hung low in the inky sky over Raven's Hollow, casting a silvery glow upon the forsaken mansion that loomed like a specter in the center of the town. Its ivy-covered walls seemed to pulse with a sinister energy, and the air, thick with a fog that clung to the cobblestone streets, whispered of long-forgotten secrets. The mansion, a decaying relic of a bygone era, held the chilling tale of the Tremaine family, who vanished without a trace, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in mystery and malevolence. Alex Thornton, an intrepid investigative journalist with an insatiable thirst for the supernatural, was drawn to the haunting allure of Raven's Hollow. Armed with a team of seasoned paranormal investigators, each with their own expertise in the arcane, they embarked on a quest to unveil the truth that lay dormant within the mansion's crumbling walls. As the group crossed the threshold of the mansion, a palpable sense of unease settled upon them. The air, heavy with the scent of decay, seemed to come alive with the whispered echoes of the past. Floorboards groaned beneath their weight, and the flickering candlelight cast long, foreboding shadows that danced in macabre unison. The investigators navigated a labyrinth of dilapidated hallways, their flashlights cutting through the oppressive darkness. Paintings adorned the walls, each depicting the Tremaine family in poses frozen in time, faces twisted with an anguish that sent shivers down the spines of the onlookers. The team pressed on, determined to unravel the mysteries that clung to the mansion like a vengeful spirit. The air grew colder with each step, and as the clock struck midnight, a sudden gust of wind extinguished their lanterns, plunging them into an impenetrable darkness. Whispers, soft and haunting, crept into the void, speaking of betrayal, forbidden love, and a malevolent force that sought to imprison the souls of the living. In a forgotten chamber deep within the mansion, the investigators discovered an ancient library, its shelves lined with dusty tomes and arcane artifacts. Among the relics, they uncovered a time-worn grimoire, the key to unraveling the curse that bound Raven's Hollow to its tormented history. The pages, fragile with age, detailed an incantation that promised to break the shackles that held the spirits captive. As the investigators recited the incantation, the mansion seemed to come alive with spectral energy. The walls pulsed with an otherworldly light, and the air crackled with ethereal power. Shadows, more than mere illusions, materialized into the tortured forms of the Tremaine family, their eyes pleading for release from the centuries-old curse. A blinding flash enveloped the investigators, and when the brilliance subsided, they found themselves standing outside the mansion. Raven's Hollow, once veiled in the shadows of its haunted past, now sparkled with newfound life. Lights flickered on in long-abandoned homes, and the town echoed with the distant sounds of laughter and joy. Yet as the investigators turned to leave, a haunting melody drifted through the wind, a spectral reminder that the spirits had only been temporarily appeased. The curse, they realized, was an intricate tapestry woven into the very fabric of Raven's Hollow, a town forever suspended between the realms of the living and the dead. The investigators retreated into the night, their minds haunted by the symphony of haunting memories that resonated within the mansion's walls. Raven's Hollow, though momentarily freed from its spectral chains, would forever remain a place where the past and present intertwined, and the whispers in the shadows echoed through the corridors of time.